Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best power forwards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM here on this tier list. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. We're getting super close to that 13K mark. Definitely could hit that within the next few days. Only about 100 and something subscribers away, so would love to hit that within the next few days, if at all possible. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. And I can't wait to get this video and this list done because I'm going to go play Unlimited with Shaq after this. And this is the last video I'm doing today. So Al Horford, C tier, because he's 59 speed. That's the main thing about Al Horford that makes him pretty mediocre, especially at power forward. He's a little better at center probably. 6'9", he's not huge, but 59 speed. Everything else is good. He's a decent dunker, great interior defender, 83 shot three, even has semi-okay lateral quickness and perimeter defense. He's just a little slow. I like the card. I don't like the speed. That hurts the card. Amari Stoudemire is borderline S tier at the power forward position, legitimately. Is he top 6 though? Is he top 5 though? I don't think so, but it's close. I don't know. He might be a top 5 guy. He's darn close for sure. A or S tier though. A 75 speed, makeable release, super athletic. I like the card. He's got a big player, but I think he's a beast. Bam Adebayo is S tier at power forward and at center. A guy with a great release who's got half anchor, which is a huge, super important badge. Can hit an open three, decent speed, 74, which is good. I mean, he's a super solid option at the power forward position. Chris Webber, similar, not as good of a release as Bam, but a very capable shooter as well. 81 speed, very versatile defender, has some good interior and perimeter ability. I like the card a lot as well. Darius Miles is a budget card. He's B tier though. I think he's a pretty good budget card. A new card that came out today. Have not done gameplay with him, but 86 speed and excel is really good. 80 interior, 82 lateral, 80 perimeter is also solid. He's a great dunker. 59 shot three is not high, but it's makeable. And I think he's a good enough card to be B or C tier. Dennis Rodman's probably D tier. At power forward, you just can't really get away with somebody who can't shoot the ball at all, and Rodman cannot. With that being said, he's got good speed. He's a versatile defender and he's a good dunker, but he just doesn't shoot the ball at all. And Dirk is 40 something speed, or 20, 30, I don't know. He is super slow, which makes Dirk almost unusable. 32 speed, that's what it is. He's pretty much unusable, especially at power forward. If you're going to use Dirk at all, use him at center, where his speed is even a little bit less of a liability, hopefully. But at power forward, no chance. I'm putting Giannis S tier. I have had a change of heart about Giannis over these past few days. I was not a huge fan of this card when the game came out, and the more I use him, the more I like him. He is now in my actual 10-man God squad, and that includes guys like Shaq and Chris Webber, and I have elite cards. I have this card as my backup power forward right now. I think he's really good. S tier is 100% fair to say for Giannis. I think he's a very good card, and definitely S tier guy. Isaiah Jackson's just not elite, unfortunately. He's not horrific, but 67 speed is okay. 59 shot three is really not high enough though, and he's not a good enough defender. I think he's D tier. I just don't think he's that good of a card. Jabari Smith is a great shooter, a little slow, like 68 speed, but he's got a super good release. He is 6'10", so he's got good size. He's a very solid card, one of the better free options at the power forward position. I think he's definitely A tier. Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm gonna put B or C. I like Jaren's release, but his three ball is low, kind of like a few of these other guys, but 69 isn't horrible, to be honest. The speed is kind of the problem. 59 speed and excel, just like Al Horford. He can make the three ball. I like his release. He's a good defender. He's just a bit slow, and that does hurt the card a decent bit for me, which is why he's only C tier at power forward. Jason Tatum is an S tier power forward, in my opinion, one of the top 3 or so power forwards. I know he's only 6'8", but he plays good enough interior defense. He stretches the floor at a super high level with a great release. I love the card off the pick and pop. The ability to go create a little bit, and then defensively, still very capable. I like him a lot. Jerry Lucas is actually faster than I thought he was going to be, and he's actually a pretty good card. He's got a really nice release. He's a great pick and pop guy. Shoots the ball at a very high level. 65 speed and excel is mediocre, and he's not a great defender, but he's not horrific. He's got some decent badges. I think he's a worse Jabari Smith is kind of how I would compare this Jerry Lucas, but I think B tier is fair. John Collins, I think he goes B as well. I can't quite give him A tier as much as I do think he's a pretty solid card. I think he's just in a worse Amari Stoudemire. Also athletic, but not quite as athletic, not quite as fast, not quite as good of a release. Decent card, but not amazing. Julius Randle, I am going to give A tier. I think he is a very versatile option at the power forward position with a nice release. Little undersized, only 6'8", but he's got good speed, good shooting, decent defender, good athlete. I think he's a very solid card. Not a bad unlimited reward at all. I'm going to give Karl Malone the last... Yes, I'm going to give Karl Malone the last S tier spot. This is close to me, but I think even though he's a little slow, only like 66 speed, he's got a 64 three ball. His release is so smooth. I green so consistently with him, even with the low three ball, and the speed is fast enough to be versatile. He's dominant on the interior. This card is a beast. His player build is super nice. He feels fast. I like Karl Malone a ton. I think he's really nice, and I do think he gets that 5th S tier spot. Lamar Odom's going to get an A tier spot. Really good card. Has a nice release. big, shoots the ball well, decent speed, decent defender. I'm going to put Larry Markkinen low. I think Larry's pretty slow as well. It would be the main reason that I would put him this low. 63 speed, 60. So it's not horrific, but it's decently slow. Defensively, though, he's not very good. On the interior or the perimeter, he's pretty bad. He's a good shooter, though, and a decent athlete, but I don't think he's good enough overall to be higher than C tier. Going to go Paulo in, I think... this is going to be a little bit of a top-heavy list, to be completely honest, because I'm putting Paulo A. I like the card. Now I'm moving Julius Randle down. I got to move somebody down from A tier, and I think it's got to be Julius Randle because these last 3 guys are also going all A and up. So this is going to be a little bit lopsided, actually. But actually, I'm going to just move a couple cards down. We're going to balance out the tiers a little bit, and we're going to do something like this. I think this makes it a little bit more fair to move Paulo and Julius Randle down, move Karl Malone down to A tier, just to make it a little bit more even, I think. But yeah, who was I talking about in that one? I don't even remember which card I was on. I think I was on Paulo. He had the good... Paulo's got a nice release. He's a good stretch. He's solid. He's like a slightly worse LeVar Odom is what I'd say Paulo is. Sean Marion is going to go S tier. I forgot about him. He's better than Karl Malone. He's only 6'7", but he's a really good interior defender. Great rebounder. Fast. Capable shooter. His release is weird, but it's not as weird as it's been in previous years. It's easy to time this year, and it's fast. And then Thurl Bailey, I think, goes A tier. Not a very good shooter. Only a 56 3-ball, but he's so versatile outside of that. Being 6'11", with 80 speed, which is really good. He's a very capable, versatile defender as well. Really nice card. And then finally, we have Gugliotta, who I think is high B. A good card, but unfortunately not a great card. Gugliotta had potential, but 70 speed excel isn't awful. 74 shot 3, it's makeable. He's a good dunker, and he has an 83 interior. He's not a terrible card, but he's not amazing. His Hoff badge being limitless takeoff, which is precision dunker, the dunk stick meter, is not a great Hoff badge. I don't think he's incredible, but he's okay, and I think B tier is fair. And I think this is a pretty good list, to be honest. With the rearrangement that I did toward the end, I think that makes it a lot better. And I think this is a pretty even, pretty fair list. But would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this list. If you think there's anybody that I ranked too high, anybody that I ranked too low, and if there's anybody that I left off the list, because I'm sure there's a power forward or two that I didn't include on this list that y'all have been using and that y'all would like to hear my thoughts on as well, feel free to leave a comment about any of those things and let me know. And I'll try to get back to y'all if I can. So hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.